she got his ashes in, drumroll please, her...
What?
Wait, bro.
Here's the 2023 people.
Here it is.
We're back.
Second
Episode 2 of the year.
Yeah. It's actually episode 20, but 2 for the year.
T
We've
W
hit the T.
O 0.
That's it.
Yep.
Why do we... I'm just going to...
Fix your coaster, mate.
You know what? Fix yourself.
Check yourself.
Before you wreck yourself.
And since you're checking us, you might see that we've got a little something going on.
Threw the headphones back on. Just threw them on. Because...
I was talking about my boobs.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see
Yeah,
here,
so we went with the headphones because, yeah, don't worry about that one. Let's look at the fun thing. Look at Chris's tits.
they're massive.
Yep.
Nah, check it out. As you can see here, we
Here
have
it
a
is.
little bit of clothing going on here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
Shout
some
out.
333 merch, and this is not from us. I actually got an amazing Christmas present this year.
From
and
your
my sister
amazing,
surprised
sexy
me.
sister.
Came in with the clutch.
She
That's
came in clutch.
unreal.
Yeah, it's the best birthday present ever. We got like
Christmas present.
Christmas present, yeah, same thing.
Up here, came in a nice little box.
Got some notepads in there with their names on it. Got the fresh shirts. There's actually the Mint logo on the back, so
Yeah,
doing
it's
it.
our normal
you
333.
turn around, Jarrod, do a back flex. That looks sus the way you're sitting.
It really does.
That is whack, man.
Man's going reverse couch.
Oh,
Reverse couch.
reverse
Yep.
J-Rod.
Oh,
Catch me outside. How about that?
what?
What?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways. Well, here it is. Let's get into it.
Anyway, if you guys like the shirts,
Yeah.
oh, mate, look at doing some more so
Let
you can
us know.
for purchase.
Do you want a
But-
grey one? Because if you want a grey one, that's, you wear grey when you're hitting the gym hard. Want to see the sweat marks coming through? That's why I
Yeah.
wear grey at the gym.
Want to see the
Really?
lines?
Yeah.
I wear black
Why?
just because, like, I don't know, it makes me sweat more.
I'm like a black and white guy. wear
I was
black
going to
and
say,
white
Chris.
mainly.
I swear, Chris's wardrobe is only black and white.
Look, I've
There's-
expanded. I got like 2 coloured shirts.
Man's in-
you
man's
got a
in
black one,
grayscale.
You got a blue one
Yeah.
and a bloody monochrome scale.
Monochrome. What the hell?
Monochrome.
You're a monochromo. Thanks, mate.
I'm over
Yeah.
it.
No,
I'm
I want. See, the thing is, like, I'm more of a color guy.
Yeah,
I'm all about that straight rainbow. You know, like.
The straight rainbow, yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to like
Yeah.
say I'm all about the rainbow, and then people go, "Oh, well,
Oh,
that's
really?
the
Rainbow.
straight."
Skittles.
Anyway, no, like I like a lot of colourful t-shirts. Like if it was up to me, I'd get like this and like a sky blue with like a pink logo, and then like a yellow one, and like all those different colours. It would be gangster.
Mr. Standout.
Yeah, stand out. People go, "What the hell? Look at that shirt. That's mint." They go,
Yeah.
"Look at that 333. What is that? 333 podcast." And they go, "Oh, let me have a googs quickly."
We have a goose.
Googsy.
Let me, of course, like, comment, subscribe if you're watching, because they're going to do that as well.
Yeah.
While you're watching, cheers, thanks, welcome back to the show, thanks for subscribing
That's
and
it.
rating us 5 stars. And then they're going to go, let me get one of those. Where can I get that? At 333.com.
Yep.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, no, we own Triple Three,
We've
mate.
got that
What do you
domain.
mean?
We
Yeah,
own that.
I know, we do,
We own
but
it, mate.
well, there'll be a shop there soon, maybe.
Catch me on Wix.com. Creating a website.
Wix.
Yeah,
That website is on standby.
yeah.
Mint.
What's to come?
That's it.
Mint,
2023.
mint. Oh, well, I hope everyone had an unreal New Year's.
I know you boys absolutely had a stellar New Year's.
What do you mean? You're in
Oh.
Bali, mate.
Oh no! So I
New
was
Year's,
catching a
yeah.
plane. So our plane left at 10.
Before that takes off, that story and the
Yep,
plane.
Yep. I know what you're gonna do.
Go for it.
Look, we're an extra year old, but I was today years old when I found out
That's the one.
that a woman on the Sunshine Coast, when her partner passed away, sadly, she got his ashes in, drumroll please, her butt plug.
What?
Wait, bro.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, stop the cat, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was about to say like a diamond ring or something like that. And I didn't want to spoil it, but bruh.
Bro, you'll see my face in that where I got serious for a second because you said sadly passed away.
Yeah.
And then what?
Mate, that cracked me up.
Where did you see that? It's in the Sunshine Coast Daily.
7 News.
7 News.
Wait, no way that was on the news.
Livio Regano with the weather.
Okay, so we can't feel bad then. Cause
Mate, they are posting 7 News must be just out of stories because they're posting about that, all right? And then they approached like my friend the other day to go on the news because her dog like ran away or like got out, all right, and was missing for like 24 hours or something like that, all right? And it was on Boxing Day, and like she posted about it and was like, "Oh, have you seen my dog? Have you seen my dog?" And then someone found it, took a photo of the dog, but then left it.
What? Well, it took a
Yeah,
photo
like,
like,
told
it's
her-
anyone's dog and then
dog's
just
lost
left
Yeah,
it.
she's like, "Oh, I found your dog. It's here." Like, took a photo of it and like
it's sitting.
sent it to her, and it's like, "Oh, it's at my place." And then she couldn't get a hold of them, and then eventually got a hold of them, and they said, "Oh, like we saw it, but like we just left it there." But it was at this location.
Thanks for your help.
And then anyway, she ended up finding them, and like it had like they found like 20 ticks on the dog, and then
Jesus.
took her to the vet the
get
next
them
day
removed,
because it
yeah.
wasn't open that day, and they found an extra 10. So it ended up having like
Holy
30 ticks on
moly.
them.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. And 7 News like saw the post, and then she put up another post saying they found it, and it had like 30 ticks on it, and like 7 News asked her to come in because there was a huge tick thing going around.
Bro,
with
seven
dogs.
News.
Mate,
I swear, like
what are you going on about?
Facebook, like it's just full of like your 7 News, Sunshine Coast Daily, 9 News. It's just full of just random garbage.
Yeah, because ever since COVID 19, they just don't have any stories.
That's so true. Like they just go, oh, like
They ran with that for like 2 years. And then that
the
was it.
water level has changed dramatically because there's more brim in the marina.
What?
Something like I don't know.
Mate, there's no brim. Everyone's catching them just down the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, like back to the original thing.
The butt
Who
plug
puts
story.
the ashes in your ass plug?
The husband's getting the last hurrah.
Maybe he would want that.
Yeah, maybe that's what he
I
said.
probably would.
That
What?
Don't lie.
Stop.
what you would actually like if you had
Wait,
a
not in
partner
mine.
right now.
Hold up. Hold up. Pause.
He's like I wouldn't mind that.
Pink Diamond on the back, bro. You want?
Oh,
Black or
that's
white?
clap, Chriso.
I'm out.
See, like I've seen one of my mates has, and it's actually such a cool thing. He has his his father's ashes in a net, mate, like into a bullet.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
it's a
cool.
necklace.
Yeah.
Gunpowder.
That's so cool. And like, oh mate, but he's had issues with it. Like I've been overseas like twice with him now, and he gets pulled up at like the
Metal detector.
security, and they go like, you can't have that in here to take that, and they try and take it off him,
Yeah.
mate. Oh, the first time we went overseas, we were going to Vanuatu on a dive trip. Oh my goodness! I turned around, and that was back when I had pins in my ankles, and I used to get done for my ankles as well.
Yeah.
So I had metal in there, and the bar and that, and went through, and then I turned around, mate, and this like security was like full hassling him, like going, mate, you can't take that on the plane. We've got to confiscate that from you. And I turned around and I heard that, and I was like, oh shit. They've got no idea because like he was like too like hectic to like say something.
Yeah.
I turned around. I'm like, oh, God, mate. And I walked back through, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, no. You don't understand. You do not understand. They're like his father's ashes in that, and the guy's like looked at him and he's gone, oh my, I'm so sorry, mate. Here you go, and give him back to him.
Well,
I was like, oh, I just felt so terrible, mate.
like, yeah, you would like because you don't understand where people put their ashes and everything.
Yeah.
But if you're like me and you try and take a credit card knife through a airport security,
Idiot.
you're gonna get pulled up.
Mate, well that's just silly.
I fully forgot. So I had this like it was a sharp knife. Like
Yeah, I've seen the ones, the metal ones.
yeah,
that
and then
fold out.
they fold out and become a knife. Like I used to have it in my wallet for school because we weren't allowed to like cut things up like apples or fruit or anything like that. So I used to-
I carry my pocket knife in my bag.
No, we weren't allowed
just
that.
pull it
so
out
I had
and
this credit card knife
whiskey
for that. Anyways, I walked through the airport and they're like, whose bag is this? And I was like, yeah, it's mine. is this yours? And they whip out the knife. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, you can't take this on the plane, mate. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, like, we're going to have to confiscate it. And I was
I
like,
take it on carry-on.
but yeah, they took it. I was Devo. It was a sharp knife, but it was cool. But anyways.
Mate, the airport takes everything. I remember like
Water? Why do they take water?
Oh my gosh! All
Parasites
right,
and
so
stuff.
we were going to America. I cannot count the amount of times one of my mates had just got a new Yeti bottle. And right, and everyone knows how expensive those Yeti bottles are.
Ding-a-ling.
Sponsor me. Anyway, he just got a brand new one of those, and it was like the next size up from those ones, like a liter or something. And it was like sandy top and that, like full painted one and everything. And he had it; it was full. And he got to security, and the security was like, "No, mate, we're gonna have to take it off you." And he's like calling all us boys, he's like, "Boys, I need you to help me like scull this." And we're like sitting there going, "I had water in my bottle, and I just had to scull mine." And he's like, "Oh shit,
Just go to the bathroom.
man,
tip it out,
you can't." No, you can't. No, we were like, we were so late for our plane already. Oh my gosh, might as well tell the whole story. Anyway, okay, so we're in Vegas. We're leaving Vegas, all right? And you walk, it's the stupidest airport ever. Change your airport, Vegas, all right? So we walk into the airport, you check in, you go through, and you know how normally you check in, you put your bags in, and then where do you go next?
You go through the airport security.
Yeah, you do. There was no security. We went to a massive food court, big opening, like, it was just like, we're all looking at each other like, where the hell is security? Like, and didn't even think about it. Kind of, we're all starving, hungry, I was wasted, and we all went and got food. And then one of the boys was like, "Oh, it's half an hour to our flight. Let's go." And I'm like, "We're guessing we'll have to go through security up there." Walk up to security. There's a massive line. So we're all waiting in the line, going, "Oh my gosh, hurry the hell up! We're already late for our plane. It like boards in like 5 minutes." All right, get to the front of the line, and it's already boarding. We go through security, and a few of us boys get held up because we've all got the water. We're all sitting there trying to scull our water. Like we
pour it out on the floor.
You can't pour it anywhere. I'm like, "Mate, can I just pour this out in like a sink or something?" He's like, "Nah, you have to go back to the bathroom." I'm like, "Oh, do not have time looking at our watch like that." So we're pouring it up. Two of the boys get through. They get through. I didn't even realize by this point because we're all like separate to try and get through as quick as we can. Didn't even realize we had to catch a train to the other terminal, to the airport.
Goober.
Mate, we were freaking out. We were freaking the hell out. So I was like, "Boys, just go. Like, you two go. I'm going to go with these other two." And then there was one more bloke behind who had, like, they had to go through his bag because he had something in his bag.
Will. Surely.
It wasn't Will.
Oh,
it was Harry. It was Harry. I mean, mate, I was carrying pre-workout that looked like full cocaine and all that. I don't know how they didn't pull me up. Like, anyway.
It's just ABE.
But it was in a plastic bag because I didn't want to take my whole thing because I didn't have room in that.
Dodgy bloke.
Yeah, I know. It looked full dodgy. Anyway, let me through, but I had my water, finished my water. The other boys had gone on the train, and the train's like a 5-minute train, like one of those tram things to go to the terminal. All right, we get through. We're running through the terminal. We've all got matching outfits on. Like, we've all got like green, these floral, full green, like button-ups, fluoro orange pants, and these fluoro yellow like slides that are just the most clapped thing ever.
They're ugly.
And we're sprinting through this terminal, and our gate, most lucky, is at the end, the dead end of the terminal. So we're all sprinting through this terminal, going, "Get out of the way!" Full running. Look, must look so clapped. And then we get there, and the chick's like, "You've got a minute until this closes." And our mate was still getting on the train. He was on the train. And we're calling him going, "Mate, run the hell as fast as you can." And lucky, man's a D1 athlete over in America. So he's a soccer player. Was sprinting. I've never seen him run so fast in the most clapped pluggers ever through this terminal, and we just got on the plane.
He didn't have a bus stop.
Oh my gosh.
No bus stop in the pluggers?
Sorry?
He made it?
No, they were like the slides. Shittiest slides, like cutting into the front of your feet.
And everyone in that plane would have been like these goobers. Just
literally. In our matching outfits. Under the thing.
But mate, it's talking about like the planes. It's like when I was coming back, talking about the New Year's back to
it. Sorry, go back to your story now.
It's all right. It's like, man, they delay it. So our flight was at like 9. It was 9:10. It was meant to be, right, at night. Anyways, we get to the airport, do all the thing. We get there. We're having.
Sorry, is this you like going to
going
Bali?
back home? No, coming back home.
Yeah.
And anyways, it's just we're like get a couple of food because we're not going to buy anything on the plane because it's shit food on the plane. Anyways, we get a pizza. We're drinking. We clap before. I'm like, I'm gonna just drink a bit more because hopefully I can sleep on the plane.
Sounds good.
You know? It's a 6-hour flight. Anyways, we get there. Plane's been delayed an hour and 10 minutes. So our plane now flies out at 10:20 p.m. Anyways, we get there, they take my water. So I bought a 2-liter bottle of water and they took that. And I was like, whatever, cringe, annoying, whatever.
It is Balinese water though.
Yeah, it's true.
I want that over here in Australia.
It's the better water because you have to buy it. But anyways, I get on the plane and I was like, you know what? I'm tired as hell because it's now almost 10 to 11. We're on the plane. We're about to take off. And I'm sitting there trying to snooze. Mate, they need more room on the bloody planes if you're flying that long. I'm 6'2" and I cannot put my leg. I can't sleep on them. I feel bad for putting my seat back because old mate's also 6'3" who's behind me.
I wouldn't even care.
And I couldn't sleep. And anyways, I'm getting so mad.
Mate, you're all paying the same price. You might as well.
And I'm just like, no, I'm getting so mad right now. Like, can't sleep, can't do anything. Just not shitting myself. But like,
just shitting in his seat.
I didn't have Bali belly. But I was getting so mad, hey, and I'm like, fuck. Like, just yelled like that in the middle of the plane at night. Because I could not sleep.
That was me in the back of the car on the way back from Hamilton.
So
I had my hoodie on my head.
Mate, this guy had his hoodie wrapped around his head.
No, I had the drawstrings pulled all the way down so you can just see this little gap. It looked like Kenny had it.
Wait, is this in the morning?
Park. No, this is like when we were driving home from Ellie Beach.
Oh, yeah.
12-hour drive.
You think your 6-hour flight was bad?
I'd rather be in that car than be on a fucking plane.
I mean, to be fair, I never sat in the back. It was a little two iPad kids, but... Buddy, Millie was sitting next to her, and Millie's like what, like 5'4" or something,
4'3",
tiny little chick, right?
She was fine,
and she's got the big, massive like Bose white headphones, and she's got the whole seat, and she's like cross-legged, tucked up with a little pillow and her iPad. And she was looked like a little iPad kid in the back of the car. And like, me and Charlie were in the front, like, and we're like trying to talk to her, and she's like, "What?" And then takes them off for a second. And then we're like, and she's like, "Yeah," puts them straight back on, straight back to her phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, you seriously like look like a full kid.
And I was sitting there in the corner, like trying to sleep, and the road from Ellie Beach back to the sunny coast is clapped.
It is
rough. I nearly had a bloody brain hemorrhage coming home. Sitting there clapped with my full drawstrings and my hoodie pulled over my head, just sunny showing out, and I was like,
mate, I was trying to fall
bash my head on the side.
I'd rather that, bro. Seriously.
See, I was trying to fall asleep in the front, and like I don't really like lean up against like the window or anything like that.
You're funny.
So I sleep like straight, literally like I'm sitting in the car, like
bro.
Straight.
You sleep hella weird. You sleep full legs like this.
Oh, in a bed, yeah. I sleep like I'm in a coffin when I'm in a bed. So when I'm in a car, right, I literally like sleep like this. All right, and then I start falling forward because I like my seat kind of. I don't like my seat back because it not good. Hurts my back. So my seat's kind of upright, and then I start like falling forward during my sleep, and then I'll like wake up and then like go back, and then I'll keep kind of doing that.
Nodders.
Mate, I woke up, yeah, but like my whole body like, falls forward. So I was having like a dream, and I was like lifting weights in the gym.
What?
Yeah, mate. My dream ended. I picked up this weight. I was doing like a clean, and I picked up the weight, and I started falling forward, and I threw the weight, and then I woke up, and it was just me like falling forward.
Mate, Charlie and myself were pissing ourselves because he was like, and I saw you like your head go down like all the way, and then like go back up.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Just I'll sit on my iPad.
I don't sleep to the side.
No, I wasn't.
Full legs crossed. Anyway, tell us about your Bali trip, mate.
Oh, it was pretty good. Look, the first 3 days, mate, I'm pasty as, and I like the first 3 days of pure sunshine. We had a first night fever, absolutely clapped on the bintangs, on the.
You think you had first night fever,
mate? I know you had way worse, but great time. The rain was there here and there. Anyways, we did a couple things. Drank, chilled out, did a couple of ATVs. Mate, got on the mopeds. Mate, as soon as you're on the mopeds, that is deadly. It's like you kind of got to like be having all the senses, you can watch everything, but everyone's kind of respectable. Like if you just go, like they're just going to stop for you. They're not going to hit you. It's so weird, but such great fun.
That's
time.
me every time I ride a bike. That's the thing. Like, it's different. I feel like it's so much safer over in Bali in a sense because everyone's got a moped.
Mate,
right?
everyone is so chill. Like
In
over
Australia, when you're riding a bike or like a moped or anything like that, you're on that. The thing is, cars in Australia aren't looking for bikes.
No.
They're looking for cars.
Mate, the population, everyone over in Bali is
Looking,
driving
yeah,
a
looking for
moped.
mopeds. So
Yeah.
you're technically a lot safer in terms of a car crash.
It
bike
took us
crash. Unless you're an idiot.
Took us 20 minutes to travel 6 kilometers. 6 kilometers.
Yeah, that's
because
close.
we're in a car.
Yeah,
if we were on a moped, we'd be fine. But because it took us, because of all the traffic and everything there, oh man. And there was 4 of us across the back seat. 2 in the front, the driver, Muddy.
Well, you know, what a chungy, what are they called? Tuk-tuk.
Oh yeah, tuk-tuks.
Tuk-tuk is a bloody 3-person vehicle.
Yeah, but you said you're on a moped.
Yeah, but it's our car.
Oh, okay.
And then we had a moped. Like we had 4 mopeds.
Yeah.
So it was Dick, Megan,
Mopeds.
me, Kiner on one, and then Jaco on the
full
other.
moped.
So,
anyway. Yeah. So, all right, I got a question.
Yes.
Because I remember you sending us some sort of Snapchat, and it did not look fun, but I was too clapped to respond back and ask the full question.
What was it?
What happened with your accommodation?
Oh, bro. Oh, yeah. So this is a story. So, anyways, pretty much we're going to stay at 4 places. So we're going to stay at Padma and Legian. Then we're going to stay.
Pat my leg.
yeah. Then we're going to stay at the Haven in Canggu, then Gili Island, and then we're going to come back to Uluwatu. Anyway, so we stayed at the Padma. That was in Legian. That was great. Got Chris Owe's fake Louis Vuitton belt. Anyways, we went to the Haven afterwards.
You had to just dog him, man.
Yep.
Everyone would have thought it was real.
It's real. Cost me 200,000. Anyways, then we went to the Haven, which was a really weird place, but it was it was all right. It was just very eerie. Don't know why. Just not many people there. But it was close to Finn's Beach Club. Great place for a beach club. When we went, it was raining. That's okay. And then we were meant to go to Gili. So we went to Gili. So we went to the dock, go to Sanua. Then you get a fast boat that takes you about 2 hours to get to Gili Island.
How many knots an hour?
Fast boat.
It's got 4 big engines on the back of it.
Oh, 4 big ones.
Yeah, 4 big ones.
Say less.
Yeah. Anyways, but there's what? Like, I don't know. There's like,
mate, at least, sorry to interrupt, but like, we were in Early Beach. We'd just gotten off the boat, right? And there was this fast boat. It was just like one that goes out of the reef and that. And you get off and it's got 2 engines and one that says 300, one says 250.
Yeah,
We're sitting there like,
I was like, what's going on here?
you can't have that.
mate, it's got the 2 throttles, like one a bit faster.
That's the boat you're on, a fast
Probably,
boat.
bro. Probably.
Mate, all 4 of those would have been different though.
Yeah.
You've got a 150, 300, 250.
Yeah, 150. Fucking, it was, mate. Anyways, it was like the weirdest bloody thing because it was overcast and it was a bit swelly. Anyways, we're 15 minutes into this bloody boat ride, 6 people at the front of the boat. There's 3 rows and there's probably 10 of them, 10 rows.
Yeah.
So 3 seats, 10 rows. So, and they're all full. Probably 10 minutes in, 6 people from the front, bang, out the back, seasick, vomiting because it's big swell. Anyways, so our first stop is we have to get to Nusa Pendia. So the little islands, that Instagram island where you look down that little kind of beachy island looking thing. Anyways, the guy, we pull up there and everyone's getting off and then he's like, oh, Harbour Master said, Gili close, we can't go. And we're like, what the?
Gili close?
What do you mean Gili close? Like
No clothes, take your clothes off.
Yeah. But he said Gili Island's closed because of the swell, because it was he goes, 3 meters.
Get it open.
He's like 3 meter waves. And
3 meters.
And there was a girl and she goes, 3 meters not that big. And I was like, what?
Nah, you got 4 engines in the back. Fast
3
boy.
meters. You know she's dating a black guy. So that's not big.
But anyways, we're like, what do we do? So we stayed on this island, Nusa Penida. He's like, you can stay here or you can come back at 5 p.m. when the boat goes back to Sanua where we originally boarded. Or you just find island, find a place
so you couldn't
here.
even get to your accommodation.
Nah.
That's why you had no accommodation.
So yeah, we were staying there for the day.
That's rough.
And we were looking for accommodation on that island, right?
Yeah.
So we were like, but then there was also talk that, the weather's going to keep up. So we're like, all right, what's the plan? So we sat down and we're like, all right, I suggest that we all kind of came to an idea that we just go back You know, we just go back because we don't know if we go to Gili Island if the weather's going to be shit again. So, anyways, we're looking for places to stay on Nusa Penida, and then we just go, all right, we're going to go back. So we booked a new accommodation back at Legian, and we're
Legian, Patman, Nutsack. What are these islands called? They're class.
Anyways, we go. So we're like, well, we're not going to wait here till 5 p.m. when our boat is meant to go back. So we found another boat that left at 2 p.m. So we spent the whole day there. We just played cards. That's about it.
Cards.
And we get back to the we get back to
Yes, sir.
we get back to the island of like Sanua, and the guy's like, oh yeah, Gili closed for 3 days. 3 days. So no one can get out. No one can go there.
I was lucky.
So we made the right call. So we stayed at this other place called the Badma.
Badma.
Yeah,
Love me a Badma.
Absolutely. But yeah, we're like, oh man, and that was like, we're like, holy moly, like imagine if we didn't, like we stayed there and then we wouldn't be able to get, we had to waste
Mate,
another
that
day.
is so rough because I remember like
Oh.
you sent me no accommodation and then all I saw
Bro.
was you and like Buddy Koena, your missus,
Yeah.
sharing a room with.
Jacoa.
next to
Yeah. Yeah, she hated the
I was like, oh, poor
the
Jacoa.
next 6 nights she had to stay with us. It was funny.
She's just here
no, none of that. None of that.
It's just,
clapping for the fireworks.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
None of that. We're respectable. But oh man, it was
Bricked out.
just nuts, eh? Like, and it was just far
Mate,
out.
that sounds like our ferry ride over from Airlie was pretty rough as
oh,
well.
Mate.
funny as.
Oh, to quickly tell you a thing. So, like, probably 3 days ago, the boat that we went on, or one of the boats there's about 4 of them. Yeah, one of them capsized and
Mate,
sunk.
Charlie was telling me that the other day.
And there was like 25. It was coming back from Nusa Penida because the waves were too big, capsized and sunk. And then we're like, this is what we were on. And people like, there was all in the comment section, people going, I was going to Gili and the captain got down on his knees and started to pray. And like,
Are you kidding me, mate? I would take that boat over. Like,
bro, but like, what the hell? Like, and it was so weird because we were on that and like, people wanted to go in that weather. And the guy's like, no, Harbour Master said no.
how big is a boat?
Harbour Master.
Honestly, how big is a boat?
10
Like
meters?
what? Like is it kind of like our
Nah,
center
it's
console?
a little bit bigger than yours.
Bigger, mate. I've brought that thing back in a cyclone in 5 meter swell.
Mate, but the thing is, like, I don't know.
I know. Like it's probably not as like
It's like 20 people.
it's not an offshore boat, like a proper fishing boat. But
yours
like,
is more of a fishing. Like when you're in your boat, you feel
Yeah.
safe. You did not feel safe in this thing.
yeah, that's fair enough. But like still, like a captain's a captain, mate. You should be able to do that and
You're
like
in Bali,
properly,
bro.
like,
There's no road
yeah,
rules.
like if you're in big swell, anyone knows if you're like punching into big swell or like you're going with big swell, you got to nail it up the wave to get up the wave, nail it over the top to like go over the back, and then
But the
maintain
thing
speed.
is,
So like,
the thing is,
yeah,
do
but-
these guys actually have marine
that's the
marine
thing,
training?
Like, mate,
Like,
if I was on the
and
boat,
like,
I would be like,
how
mate,
often
you
are
need
they
to move. You
maintenance?
pray over there. Let
Yeah.
me drive this
So would
thing.
I. I'd just be like, no.
Bro, but like, yeah, there was someone that was in the comment section that said, you know, like we were in swell like once, really big. Lucky my husband was a marine engineer, and like, did he take over or something? But like, holy shit, like it was just so weird. And then there was a crocodile that rocked up on the beach where we were staying, a crocodile, and they're like, what is happening in Bali since we left? Like,
That's a knife.
far out.
It's a,
Whack, man. It was whack.
That
but
is
We had
whack.
a good time.
Nah, so we kind of had like pretty big swell on the way over as well. It was just funny, mate. We were sitting in the like because they got the big cats and like we're at the front up the top and like there's a window behind us.
Yeah.
And like because we're going through massive swell and like I was like this is so much fun and like mate there were people all around us like foreigners that like never been on big swell or even on a boat before probably.
They're the people that drop, bro,
Screaming.
vomit.
oh,
Mate.
yeah. I was, because we were facing backwards, like you and I.
Yeah.
And I was looking out and like we were cash because it's nothing.
Yeah,
like,
we've been
it's
on
just,
boats
it's just
before.
cash. And like I was just keeping an eye out. There's probably like maybe 30 to 50 people on the top,
top,
level
yeah,
that
yeah.
where we were.
Yeah.
And I was just looking out and little kids and like people just running to the staff.
Vomiting,
Like,
bro.
it was
the vomit
probably
bags? Are the
3 meters swell to be fair, but like we're on an 85 foot cat. Like
Yeah.
it's big.
It's a
Double
big
story.
boat, yeah.
Double
It's a
story.
big boat,
It
yeah.
could fit like a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
Where these are like not that.
But,
not
but
that
like
big.
the spray was coming through
Through
the
that
top of the window
over our
and
heads.
there was a guy at the back that was just getting smashed with water, mate.
At
Honestly,
least you had fresh air. In our bloody boat, they had all the windows closed, so it was just people that were hot. The boat's doing this, and everyone vomiting.
mate, there were people that were hot on our boat.
Disgusting.
Oh yeah, they were.
Shut up.
Absolute baddies.
Baddies, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but do you have any other fun stories from your Bali trip or funny ones?
Oh man, I have to think of it. Hey,
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Oh, well, we
there,
can-
there was like good. There was good time.
We can tell you about our first night fever,
mate. I was gonna say
Oh,
first night
mate.
fever was pretty rough for us.
because we rocked up and I was like to Chris, I was like, because I ran into like one of our other family friends that were there as well,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, he's here. So I was like to Chris, I was like, mate, I don't think you understand the first night fever that this is going to be. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm ready to drink.
I'm always
So
ready. Come on.
we were drinking by ourselves, but with a few others for like all day. All right, since we got there at like lunchtime,
I
2
poured
p.m.
up as soon
probably.
as I got in the apartment. I was
As soon
like,
as we got in the pub, at like 2 p.m. We're drinking, all right, and we were drinking all night and that, and then like had dinner and that, and then we're cruising around the island, like
out on the boat.
we were walking obviously because
Yeah.
walking around, walking around. went down to the boat and like stood on the boat for a bit and that, and like playing some tunes, and then one of my mates messaged me at like 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. He's
I
like,
love it.
I'm
So
just finishing
early.
dinner, mate. Do you want to come to the pub? And we're like, oh, say less.
Easy.
I'll see you there.
Did
It's
Chris get on the pokey machines? Because when we went to the
mate, oh my gosh, we got to tell you, mate. We had the best. Like, I'm not one that normally fangs the pokies, right? We were winning $100, $150
Really?
200.
every night,
250.
every single night.
I came back with more money than I
Mate,
left.
one night, I swear on my life, and
unreal.
everyone saw it. I put in $50.
First slap.
I made two 40-cent slaps. Spent 80 cents and won $150.
Unreal.
I kept giving you
like,
money. I was
cash
like,
out, cash
here you go.
out,
You
cash
win.
out.
Mate,
Go
the
for it.
amount of
Mate, it
videos
was
I have
so
on my
good.
phone from the last time we were in Hamilton of Chris just
Losing.
like he was like, nah, $50, lost it, or $20. He's like, nah, I lost it. He goes, oh, Keno, let's get on the Keno.
Nah,
Keno, I've never played Keno.
Gamble
in
the
my life.
feature.
He's like, bro,
Always.
he always
gamble.
gambled, but he like
Yeah,
throw another
always gamble the
$10 in.
No. I was up to like $240.
Oh, mate, and he gambled
Like
again.
I gambled like 3 times before that,
You're an idiot.
and it was like gamble again for like 480 or something. I was like, red, lost.
oh,
Bro,
mate.
it was like when we were in Rainbow
Terrible.
Beach. Like Chris was like, I'm throwing in $20, throws it in. You know, he's up like $40, and he's like, gamble. And he's like, gambles this $40 feature that you won. I'm like, bro, you're up. Just take it and then play with the rest.
Yeah.
He's like, nah. And then just loses it.
Oh, mate.
Straight
No,
away.
we were having
Panda
we were having such a
Nah,
good
we
run.
did.
Anyway, back to the first night. We rocked up to the pub and like we're
Yeah.
already like
Clapped.
pretty drunk. All
If you
right.
started at 2 and it's 10.
Yeah. All right. Probably 10 rounds later,
Oh,
in an hour or two.
shit.
Yep.
What it would have been an hour or two, because the pub
Yep.
closed at like 12.
Yeah, they closed early.
12:30 or something. Yeah, 10, 12 rounds later, mate. And then we went back to our apartment. Oh my goodness.
That was the downfall.
and drank more.
Mate, I was dead, folding over the balcony,
No.
and you brought me over a shot.
Yeah,
And
we all had a
was
shot.
like, nah.
Chris is literally hanging, like the balcony is here and he's hanging his arms over, ready to throw up. And I was like, oh, let's pour a shot of Fireball. And I brought one out to him and he's like, no. I was like, we're all doing it. He's like, oh, all right. Turns around, does a shot, and then runs inside.
I was like, no, that's it.
Oh, and then, look, we walked in later and I walked in later
Chris told me about his stories.
to Chris on his hands and knees.
Mate, I was everywhere. Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, what?
I was in the shower on the floor dying. I was in the toilet
Oh
sink,
my gosh.
bathroom sink, in the kitchen sink. Everywhere. I was empty. I was
Mate,
done.
yeah, the next night, that's how you got the nickname, Mr. Worldwide.
everywhere he
Oh,
goes.
Pitbull.
To be fair, I threw up as well. I was like, I haven't been that drunk in ages, and I haven't even thrown up in so long.
Bro, that's a
But,
big
mate,
night.
I just to be fair, it wasn't like just from being drunk. Like I went and laid in bed, and I was
Spinning.
falling through
I
the
was
floor.
going to say,
no,
that
I
is
wasn't
the
just spinning, mate.
worst.
I was like grabbing the sides of the bed because I thought I was falling through the bottom of the bed. And I was like, mate, I need to get some of this up. So I went and did the old
Mate, the amount of times that I like have
my
a
fingers down the throat, but
the thing, mate, the
saver.
tacky vom is the savior.
Yeah.
Like absolutely best thing that you could ever do. If you don't like it, you think of how good you're gonna feel afterwards, and how good you're gonna feel when you wake up.
Yeah,
I
I
like
needed
it,
it
not gonna
just
lie.
to stop.
What?
You like what? He likes getting something shoved
It feels
down his
good.
throat.
Just
How does
That's
it feel
actually
good? You're
gay.
there.
No,
and
you
you're
need
like-
to take that back.
you're
That
like-
is a gay saying.
You are on the
That
toilet
is a
seat
gay
doing
saying.
this. Like
Man,
you're asking for God for
You
life.
basically just said, I like having something put down my throat.
Yep.
my own fingers. That's it.
But mate, the thing is, like
After I'm drunk.
what you're saying is going like hanging on the edge of the toilet, asking God for like, please save me, I'll never drink again moment, and then you're like, and just absolutely dying.
It was just the collapse thing, seeing him on his proper hands and knees, doing the old
I don't
arch
even
your back,
remember.
the old angry cat.
Angry cat.
Oh, he's doing me.
doing the angry cat into the...
I was folded.
Oh,
He's
mate.
heaving, bro. He's heaving.
Mate. That was
At
so
one
much
point, I
fun.
had my fingers down my throat for like 2 minutes, just trying to get more up. It just
Bro.
wouldn't come.
That is big.
And then I went and sat down. I was cuddling a bucket all night.
Yeah, he brought he brought a full washing bucket.
I woke up, I was like, oh, nice, a bucket.
He's like, "What's the bucket there for?" I was like,
Bro.
Chris.
The videos I got of you guys on your first
Oh.
night, I was like, holy moly, these boys are clapped. Like we had one big night, and it was like we had like 37 shots.
Mate,
No.
that was every night.
Every
Well,
night.
we literally drank every single
Oh,
night.
yeah,
And it all
huge.
started off with, let's just have like a bit of like a, we won't drink as much tonight, but it always turned
Mate,
into
it's
pub.
Same thing
And-
when I get here. Like I walked in today, and I'm like, Merry Christmas, boys, to us, and I, get the bottle of Kraken that we have, and there's already a drink poured. And
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
gotta be
yeah, it's a
prepared.
cruiser. And you're
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
cruiser,
Jarrod will be here, so we'll
cruiser
drink
with a
it.
shot. And I was like, oh, shot's not too bad. Your shot glass is like this big, and it's like this round.
It's like 80 mil.
It's huge.
Yeah, we have it's a double shot glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I'm like, holy moly, like as
mint.
if.
Oh, mate, yeah. We didn't have like a shot glass in the first few days.
It was free pouring.
So we were just free pour. It was like, how many glugs do you want?
2 shots of vodka.
2 shots of
Glug,
like,
glug, glug, glug.
Yeah. So then I went to the gift shop and bought like
That
one of
is
those
a
bikini. It's like
Mint.
the bikini with the hooters hanging out.
Big
and, like,
titties.
yeah, it was actually mint chocolate. It was actually, it's the shittest shot glass to try and pour something out of or have a shot out of. But Chris was necking his drink.
As if you guys have got mason jars.
Mate, there's about like a litre of drink in there.
At least.
Oh, so good. Well, yeah.
Broken.
But no, our New Year's.
Oh, God.
Should we tell? We'll tell half the story.
Wait, what about?
All I know,
Leave a few things out.
just putting it out
Wait,
there.
what are you saying then?
Oh,
Let
no.
me tell the story just in case you.
I was all right. I'll leave you. I'll let you say it.
Yeah,
I just know that you guys were up till the sun was up.
Yeah, we did see the sunrise, and that is literally a recipe for an absolute sick New Year's.
It's
Is
great.
it not?
Yeah.
Mate, I could honestly probably say that was probably the best New Year's I've ever had. Would you say the same?
It was
Or-
pretty good. It was like,
That was, yeah.
I can't remember.
Can you not remember?
I remember
Bro,
running
I-
because I was with Bryce and he's like, "Yeah, this is the way," and I was like, "All right, say less." We ran up the top of the hill. It was like a few hundred meters, like straight up almost.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, hold a minute. The complete other way."
He's down the other
And
hill.
Bryce is like, "Oh no, I feel so bad," and I was like, "Nah, it's all good." And I ran down this hill in slide socks.
Sun's up
My
already.
shirt was like launched off my back. I was like, "Wait," and then I like picked it up, kept running down the hill, lost my slides. Sun was coming up. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
Yeah. No, I watched the sun come up as well, but yeah. Why not?
5 a.m.
I was in bed
A
by
bit better.
8:30.
That's
was
lame.
clapped.
What do you mean?
That's because I didn't
'cause
sleep
you got
on a
back.
plane.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But I love it. I love it. That's a great story.
Yeah. No,
We had
it
it-
was
There's
sick.
plenty more to it.
I think it
but
was like, remember?
save that maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to tell some of it. So,
Some
like,
of it,
yeah,
some
just
of
so
it.
get
we had
into
like the New Year's, and I'll tell a fun part of it because like we had the New Year's, and it was unreal. My New Year's, like at 12 o'clock, I wasn't anywhere. I was taking a piss into the marina, and I was like, "Oh look, there's fireworks!" And I was like, "Oh shit, it's 12 o'clock!" And
Oh,
then I
that's
was
where
like-
you went.
Yeah, that's where I went. And
don't
then I
know
had to
where I
make my
was.
way back, and my way back to Chris was pretty fun. I was like, yeah, I had to get my New Year's kiss. And I
Yeah.
walked up to the first chick, and I was like, oh,
number one chick, then the second.
yeah.
Then the third.
There was a few. My tactic was like, oh, hey, have you had a New Year's kiss? And if the answer was yes, it was, do you want another one? If the answer was no, it was like, do you want one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So,
Top Riz, bro.
yeah, it was,
Rizzed
I was
up.
risen.
Call you Dookie out here.
Dookie, who's Dookie?
Just Duke.
Huh?
As if you don't know who Dookie is.
No, off what?
Kai sent a Duke.
Mm.
Who?
Don't worry. It's all
No.
good.
I'm up
I don't
now.
know.
That guy.
Isn't that
Hey,
Kai?
Phantom, how much you weigh?
Isn't that Kai? Damn! Didn't Kai say that?
No, that was
No.
Duke.
Oh, okay. My bad.
What you weigh?
Yeah.
What?
250.
Damn.
Damn.
But yeah, anyway, made my way back to the group, and like we're in the group. Can I say this part?
I don't know what the part is.
Just say it.
About the New Year's kiss, your New Year's kiss.
Which, yeah. Wait, what?
So I walked back to the group, all right, and I found Chris, and I'd already anyway,
Neck and arm with some
I'd
bird.
have a few, Chris. A few
Wait,
Chris.
You had a few of Chris.
I had a New Year's kiss, at least one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember back, and I was like, Chris, far out. I didn't realize like the New Year's had gone off. I had to make my way back. Far out, tongue tied already. Anyway, and I was like, oh, have you had your New Year's kiss? And it's like, I don't know, 12:10 by this point or something. And he's like, oh, nah, not yet. And I was like, fuck yeah, this is how you got to do it. And I'm telling him my strategy. And he's like, no, surely not. Like he went up and asked someone, and
It worked.
yeah. Anyway, before
no, not the
that,
first time.
no, not the first time. The first time he almost got.
Wait. Tell us what happened the first time. What did you when you said?
Oh, okay, so I just went up to this chick. It was like pretty good. And I was like, I said that tactic.
Have you had a New Year's kiss?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She's like, nah, I've got a boyfriend.
You're like, do you want one?
Yeah, I was like, do you want one anyway? And then and she's like, oh no, I can't. I was like, yeah, okay, all good. And then these two guys came up to me and they're like, mate, stay away from her. And I was like, mate, chill out. I was just asking. Like, got staunched. I was like,
Mate, I don't know why, but that always happens with Chris.
I don't know why.
Always happens with Chris. But anyway, so I come up to him and I found him, and then I told him my tactic and that. And then he's like, no, it didn't work. I did this and that. And I was like, all right, watch this. And I'm like looking around, and then I'm like, all right, this chick. And then I walked up to this chick, and I was like actually trying to get Chris to kiss, but then I walked up to this chick, and I was like, oh, have you had a New Year's kiss? And she's like, no. And I'm like, looking up, yeah, okay, do you want one? And she's like, yeah. And it was like literally not a second after, and he's like,
Wait, you were
damn.
trying to set me up?
Yeah, I was trying to set you up.
Oh, what?
But like,
Stole it from
she
you,
was,
bro.
She was a bit of a baddie, so I was like, oh, I'm going to take this.
You boys
I don't
are
even
bad,
remember
bro. You boys
And then,
are
but he got
bad.
one. He got one.
Yeah.
He got one in the end.
How was that?
And then anyway, it finished, right?
alright.
And then like we're walking around, and I'm looking for Chris because like we're still separated by this point because I was looking for more, and I was looking for Chris, and this chick walks up to me, right? And she's like, "Oh, where do I know you from?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then I was looking at her, and then she's like, I was like, "Mate, I'm starting to recognize her kind of thing." And she's like, "Nah, I know you from somewhere." And then I was like, it clicked, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Look, I'm on Tinder, and I swiped, and I matched with you." And I was like, "You know exactly where you know me from," and it's like clicked from now. And then I was like, "Look, Georgia." Look, Georgia.
Full confidence, hit it with a
You
name.
know exactly where you know me from. And she was like, "Oh, yeah. And I don't know. And then I was like, because I'd already matched with her and I already messaged her like and added her Instagram and that. And I was like, "Oh, we're going into the pub tonight if you want to come." But I don't know if she rocked up. Anyway, and I was like, "Oh, why didn't you come to the pub the other night?" And she's like, "Oh, I was busy doing something else at another party or something, or doing something else anyway." Went along the whole night, and I kept calling her Georgia. I was calling her Georgia. He was calling her Georgia. And
It was the most
we
weird
went back
night.
to the staff. We went back to like the staff party, mate. The staff party. Went to the first one, and then we went to like they're like, "Oh, there's another one going on like across the other road at Coral Sea." So we went over there, and then I lost this guy. This guy went back to some chick's place, and then we went to this party, mate. It went off. There's a full DJ in the room. And then all that, and then what we're walking like between places. One of my mates is there, and like he's asking everybody, like, he's like, "Oh, is that chick single?" Like asking old love I'm with, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, she's single. Yeah, she's not single." And he's like, "Oh, what's your name?" And then like she was like, "Oh, it's like the Shakespeare." And then he's like, "Mate, I don't watch Shakespeare or like know what Shakespeare is. What's your name? And she's like, oh, it's Juliet. And then like, I just thought, oh yeah, okay, like she's
She's
making
being
up random
funny,
names.
yeah,
She's just making up
yeah.
random names. And then throughout the whole night, everyone had random names. Like my mate's name was Sam. His name's not Sam, but everyone was calling him Sam. So I just thought, like, she started something.
Yeah.
My name was something. His
She
name
called
was John.
me something.
It
wasn't John. No,
Oh, I don't know.
can't
Anyway,
remember.
he had a name and everyone had a name, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, staff party, stayed over. Chriso went home. We all saw the sunrise and that. Wake up the next day, mate picks me up. Go home. I have a nap because like I had no sleep at all, and I get a Instagram notification when I wake up. It's like lunchtime, and it said Juliet has requested to follow, has started following you, and I'm like, Juliet, that must have been like one of her friends she told the name of.
Yeah.
I looked at open the profile. I'm like,
It was her.
that's her, mate.
You are a goober.
the
Menace,
thing
this
is-
guy.
I mixed her up with a completely different person, and I
Stop
felt
it.
so bad.
Stop it.
Mate,
Stop
my
it.
heart, because I was calling her Georgia,
Bro.
mate,
You
and then
are an idiot.
and I was like, what the shit?
You know what the funny-
hell?
wait,
what the
you know
hell
what
have
the
I done?
You know what the funny thing is?
What?
She follows you now, so she's probably gonna see this.
No, well, look, I apologize
we're going to create
Oh,
a
no,
if
she-
you're watching.
Does she, if you're watching, no,
If
she
you're
will.
watching, love, Juliet
love
or Georgia,
Juliet and Romeo.
I sincerely apologize.
Oh.
I sincerely apologize, Juliet. Anyway, so I followed, and then I was like, I was confused as to what I'd even done. Turns out I matched with Georgia as well, and I texted her to say come to the pub. But I was like, we were very drunk, so I do not remember messaging either of them. But they kind of look very similar, don't they?
Yeah.
Like you
They
can
do.
you can mix them up. They look so similar.
They do?
They do look so similar, but like I feel so terrible. Like I feel so terrible. That's
That's
lacking
alright.
on my
That's-
behalf.
hey.
Shit happens,
But
man.
like to be fair, disclaimer, it was
Clapped.
New Year's
It was a clapped night.
and I was so pissed.
Your
so,
night seemed massive.
mate,
I honestly
if
don't know what-
if you're pissed already and you're already like seeing 6 of the person standing in front of you, it's already like they look similar already. So
Mate, I don't even know what was going on. Like, you disappeared. I was just with like a couple other mates.
mate, she was such a cool chick. Like she's so cool. Like so when I first met her, like she's so energetic and like she's like, oh, where do I know you from? And then anyway, we got to talking. We were talking and that, and she's like, like asking me questions, and then like hit me in the arm, and I was like, far out, you're full of energy. And then and I was like, oh, no, you're cool. Anyway, and then like I saw this random chick with like a cowboy hat on. And I was like, oh, I want that cowboy hat. And then I was like, can you go grab it?
Dude,
Can
I
you go-
remember you sending me a video of that. Yes. And I'm like, why did this guy have a
Mate, I
cowboy
was
hat?
like to her, I was like, oh, Juliet, probably called her Georgia. But anyway, can you go grab that cowboy hat off that chick? And she's like, what do you mean? You've probably got a better chance than me than getting that. I was like, oh, no way. And then she's like, nah, you got a better chance. And I was like, oh, all right, I'll give it a go. And I
right.
walked up to this chick and I was like, oh, can I have a go at your cowboy hat? And then she's like,
Have a go.
yeah, sure, mate. And then I put this cowboy hat on, and like I was taking a video, and then she got in the video.
Yep.
And she had a full shaved side of her head.
Mate, you put it on your story.
You put it on
Everybody
your
the
story.
next day was like, wait, did you get with her or something?
Because
Mate, you know what? I don't care because I didn't get with her, and I didn't even touch her.
I had a cowboy hat though.
But I had a cowboy hat. I was gangster. I just
Gangster.
wanted the cowboy hat.
Yeah. No,
And
I
was
remember
I don't
like
care who
I lost you.
talks about it.
Like I was in the mosh pit in front
Yeah, I
of
was
the
trying to
stage,
find you.
and all of a sudden I was like looking around. I was like, "Where's Dylan?" It was probably like half an hour you disappeared for.
Yeah.
And I turned around and you're walking down the stairs with like you were like double parked, and you're like, "Here you go, mate." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I saw you at the bar just randomly. Sorry, but I was like, oh, I got 3, but I already sculled one at the bar.
And you're like, "Here you
Here's
go."
another one.
I was like, "All right."
Say less.
Yeah.
No, it was mint. And then, that's enough of the story.
Yeah. We'll come back to that.
It was
at
a
later
mint.
date.
It was such a fun trip. And
Yeah.
then like,
There's a lot of stories to explain.
yeah,
in
there's a
short
lot
amount
of
time.
stories, and I'm sure more will come up later.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I wanted to tell you about this lawyer, all right, that's been going viral on like Instagram and all that.
Okay.
All right. So he's like this lawyer, but he looks like he kind of specializes in certain cases. It appears.
Like
He's like
celebrities or
this Asian guy, right? I'll pull his. Let me just pull his profile up. All right.
Okay. Let me finish this.
So you got a little bit left in your slug jug.
All right. So his name is Raymond Zai. Okay.
So you're going to say Raymond Reddington then?
Oh, he's in New South Wales.
Blacklist.
All right, mate. You listen to this. This is the reels that he makes. All right. So he specializes in luring people of our age, but not of our responsibility. Of worse, they're bad people.
Okay.
All right. Listen to this. Listen to this.
You get caught with caps at a music festival, you pretty much only have two options. Either say nothing or be honest. Don't lie. Whatever you say to police will end up in front of a judge and might affect whether you get a criminal record or not. And look, even if you're panicked and said the wrong thing, a good lawyer can still help you out. If you get
caught
with caps, mate. There's another one. Oh, where is it?
What are
a
they?
second job doing Uber bags this summer,
Uber
if
bags.
you're delivering to a customer outside a bar, club or pub, you're pretty much guaranteed to get arrested. If police check your phone, you can watch out previous deliveries too. If this happens, speak to a lawyer.
Mate,
Uber bag.
Uber bags. It literally sounds like he's like, I want to go into business
Mate,
with you. Let
The
me do it.
music in the background is like.
Literally.
Eshe
Caps
music.
is too many caps. 5 to 10, depending how bad. Have any more than that on you, you might end up in hospital. Also, police might think you're a dealer and charge you with supply. If this happens, just give me a call.
Just give me a
Mate,
call.
look at him. Like, he's a full-fledged bloody lawyer. So
If you
look,
get caught with
I know
5
a guy.
or 10 caps,
Social
call
media
me.
guy.
I know, seriously. But, like, just don't do drug skits. But if you do, call this guy, Raymond or whatever his name
Raymond
is.
Zhao.
Mate,
out to
how
Zoo.
funny is that? How funny is that?
What?
You get caught with bags.
I like how he's like, I was always like, if you get caught with 5 or 10 caps, you may be called.
No, he's like,
you may be
how many
charged
caps
with-
is too many caps? Probably 5 to 10.
If you need help, call me.
Man already knows his shit, and then so funny.
Bro, that's whack.
I saw that and I was like, what? That is like, because there's so much like influencer stuff going around, right? Like everyone's trying to advertise differently, right?
Yeah.
And to your audience, and I guess his audience is people dealing with caps and bags,
Drugs.
but for bags is like cocaine for people that don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, so that was funny. I remember watching this little video. It's like bags on bags, and it was a Golf, and it had a bag wedged into the wheel, and it had air suspension, and it was like bags on bags. It was like, oh yeah, cool. It's just a Golf that's
Yeah,
bagged,
yeah.
and it lifts up, and it's just a baggie
Wow.
attached to the
Well, have
wheel.
you seen like, mate, even Pepsi Match and Sprite. Sprite has been big with it lately. Sprite hired like a few creators to create like kind of like TikTok or Reels kind of advertising for them. But they're like weird ones. Like it's not like a normal Sprite ad like LeBron James drinking Sprite.
Yeah.
Drink Sprite, you know?
Yeah.
You know those ones?
Yeah.
It's old mate. I saw one of them was old mate, I think his name's Dom from that Inspired Unemployed group.
Yeah.
Do you know that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's him like doing like a dance and he's like, oh, I just can't get into it. And then he like changes and he's like got a Sprite and that. It's like, it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, they're
So
all,
they're kind of referring to
all
that
of
sort
those,
of stuff.
but
But they're
all
not.
those companies I've seen, Sprite is the biggest one actually lately, which is just weird. But,
Didn't
and
Coke-
Pepsi Max.
I was going to say
and
they're
that.
all
I've seen
owned by
Pepsi Max as
Coca-Cola
well.
anyway.
Didn't Coke
besides
used
Pepsi.
to put Coke in it? Like
Oh,
Coke actually had Coke
yeah,
in
that's
it?
back
Yeah,
in
it
the
did.
days. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're just bringing it back, but without the Coke.
Yeah. Well, there
Jack's
you go.
3D.
Jack 3D. Mate, that stuff's
AB.
so illegal.
AB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, we're going to have to
probably
wrap this
wrap
up.
it up.
That's
there.
it. That's it.
Episode 20, guys.
That was a bit of a informative
Yeah.
episode, but I hope you guys had
2,
such a fun New Year's and like
0.
Yeah.
we enjoyed ourselves so much. And just remember, so we can do this again next year, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Exactly.
Come party with us maybe next year.
Because remember, we got Mission 1K.
That's
Mission
it.
1K 2023 Season 1.
And guys,
Like I
the
said in the first
the
episode.
sooner we can reach that 1K, there's going to be big things happening. And
Absolutely.
I just think that you, as a watcher, listener, or however you view or
Come see us
take
in
in
the
this
VIP
podcast,
section.
want to get more out of it, well then subscribe, please.
That's it.
Rate
Yes.
us 5 stars, get us up in the charts.
And remember all the social media stuff. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, YouTube. This is on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, everything. We're everywhere. So yeah,
You can't miss us by this
Apple.
point.
if you could just follow and subscribe on everything. That'd be
That's
amazing.
it. Please.
Anyway, guys, thank you, clan.
Yep.
We'll catch you next episode.
That's it.
Yep.
Episode 20,
3,
21.
baby. Let's go.
See you later.
Ah.